Hello and welcome to this video. Here I'll be showing off all the rewards you can get from Alepsis-Taura, as well as the Gardener/Custodian's quest line. For Alepsis-Taura and the Gardener quest will all depend on two things: the beams of light you see, and when you defeat the boss. All beams of light are found at the end of a side dungeon. Those are the rounded doors. From here, when you finally reach to the very top to the beams, you'll see a large crystal. You can either A, ignore them completely, or B, get close to them and attack those crystals to start a conversation. To find the first beam is within the first sector of the DLC. The dungeon you need to find is just below the beam itself. Just look for an elevator within that area. The second beam is found in the Withered Necropolis. Within this area, you will find the Gardener's second location. From here, you're going to use the glider next to him and head down underneath. Aim for the bridge and then head to the end of that bridge. You will find the side dungeon that leads up to the second beam. Hello, Post-Edit here, just to let you know that when you're first initially starting with the Gardener questline, you will first talk to him to get the piece that you need to activate those gliders. Make sure you ask him who he is and do the full conversation. Do not skip this by just leaving the conversation, it will lock you out of the quest. Now, if you're going for the Gardener's questline, you must first speak to him after you destroy each crystal and exhaust any new dialogue. Then you are going to continue onto the boss. If you are ignoring the crystals, you can ignore the Gardener. When you reach the final boss, you will get two different interactions. The first is if all beams were destroyed, you can start the fight as intended. However, if you arrive before all crystals are destroyed, Alepsis-Taura will state, "I'm too powerful." But the only thing that changes within the fight itself is the move the boss has access to use. So not much changes, but those new moves are pretty devastating on higher difficulties, so be wary of that. If both beams are ignored, continue with the fight, and you will unlock the monorail long gun, which I'm not too much of a fan of since you can die just using it. If you decide to fight Alepsis-Taura with only one beam attached, you will unlock the trait Insight, which will give you mod per second, which is pretty okay. If you decide to fight with no beams, you will unlock the Dark Matter Gauntlet's melee weapon, which I find really fun with an explosion build. And lastly, if you spoke to the Gardener at each point after destroying each of those crystals, you will be able to return to him and he won't be just gone. You will be able to talk to him again, exhaust his dialogue, and you will hear his confession unlocking that achievement. After he leaves for the final time, he will reward you with the Custodian's Bastion ring. Thank you so much for watching. If you like what I do, make sure you comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you all next time.